Welcome to Window to Faith.
Ever feel like life is just throwing everything it has at you and you're barely holding on to hope?
Yeah, I think we all have those moments.
You know, there's times when we just need a little extra strength.
Um, yeah, like, where do we even find that?
Well, I think that's what we're really diving into today.
Okay, yeah.
You shared Pastor Stephen Furtick's message with me.
Yeah.
And it was all about finding faith when you're in desperate situations.
Oh, wow.
And,
Yeah.
it really hit home for me.
It's interesting how he uses that story of Jairus,
Yeah.
the synagogue leader whose daughter is, like, on the brink of death.
Right.
It's just that feeling of desperation.
Oh, yeah.
We all have those Jairus moments, when fear just threatens to totally consume us.
Absolutely. And it's like he's reaching through time, grabbing you by the hand, saying, hey, I get it.
Right.
You're not alone.
It's not just some Bible story. It's, like, so relatable.
Yeah. And he doesn't sugarcoat it either.
Yeah.
He talks about how tempting it is to reach for anything but faith when things are rough.
Yeah.
Like those unhealthy coping mechanisms we all have.
Oh, totally. And that's where it gets really powerful.
Yeah.
He's not just saying have faith.
Yeah.
He's going deeper into why a personal relationship with God is just so crucial in those moments.
Yes.
It's not blind belief. It's about drawing strength from something bigger than ourselves.
Totally, like tapping into this wellspring of hope that never runs dry. Okay, so let's rewind to the story of Jairus for a second.
Okay.
Here's this man, a leader in his community, someone who seems to have it all,
Right.
but he's utterly broken at the thought of losing his daughter.
It's like he has everything but what he really needs.
Exactly. And what's so fascinating is that he goes to Jesus, someone outside his own religious tradition, to ask for help.
That's a powerful detail.
Doesn't it?
It really shows the vulnerability of desperation.
Yeah.
It strips away any pride and, preconceptions and forces us to confront our limitations as humans.
And in that moment of surrender,
Yeah.
that willingness to go outside of his comfort zone,
Right.
Jairus really embodies what faith is all about.
Totally.
And then it gets even more intense.
Oh, really?
As Jesus is on his way to Jairus' house, there's this huge interruption.
What happened?
This woman with a chronic illness pushes through the crowd,
Oh, wow.
and she's healed by Jesus.
Wow.
So imagine you're Jairus, right?
Okay, yeah.
Every second feels like an eternity.
Right.
And here's this delay,
Wow.
this obstacle that just throws a wrench in everything.
Furtick uses this interruption so well.
Yeah.
He's not shying away from that frustration.
Like that, why me, why now feeling.
Exactly. But he challenges us to look at it from a different angle,
Right.
to consider the bigger picture.
Yeah, he does this incredible reverse gratitude exercise,
I love that one.
asking his listeners to imagine losing the things that they cherish most.
Right.
It's almost like a punch to the gut,
It is.
but it wakes you up.
Totally.
It makes you reevaluate your priorities
Oh,
and appreciate what you have right now
it's so true.
in this very moment.
Perspective is everything.
It is.
When we're consumed by fear and worry, we miss the good stuff right in front of us.
Yes.
That's what that exercise does.
Oh, yeah.
Shakes us out of that tunnel vision.
Yes.
Opens our eyes to how much we already have.
Yeah, even when things are tough.
It's always there.
And then he asks that million-dollar question.
What is it?
What do you already have?
Oh, wow.
It seems so simple, but it's so powerful.
It really is.
It shifts our focus
Yeah.
from what we lack
Okay.
to what we already possess,
I like that.
even when things are falling apart around us.
So what do we possess?
Faith.
Right.
That's what makes this message so powerful.
Uh-huh.
It reminds us that faith isn't just some concept.
Yeah,
It's a lifeline.
exactly.
This source of strength that can carry us through anything.
It really is.
It's when we feel like we have nothing left that faith shines the brightest.
Oh, I like that. It's not about pretending that everything is okay or denying the pain either.
Right.
It's more about acknowledging the struggle. Yeah. Facing the fear head on and just choosing to believe.
Okay.
Like believing that even when things are chaotic, there's a higher power at work.
Right.
There's a purpose that's bigger than what we can see.
I love how Furtick uses such strong imagery.
Me too.
Get that point across.
Oh, yeah.
Like he talks about how quick we are to grab a pill bottle.
Or a credit card.
Yeah, exactly. Like, to try and find comfort
Right.
instead of turning to our faith.
It's like we always want that quick fix, that instant gratification to numb the pain.
Right.
But we never really address the root cause, that spiritual emptiness that's driving those urges.
And it's so true. We want the easy solution,
Yeah.
the instant results.
Right.
But faith it demands more, doesn't
It
it?
really does.
It's patience
Perseverance.
and that radical letting go of control
Yeah.
to something so much bigger than us.
It's a journey, not a destination.
Exactly.
Letting go.
Yeah.
Releasing control. That's tough. Especially when it feels like you're losing everything.
Right. Think about Jairus in that moment when everything gets interrupted.
Yeah.
He goes to Jesus for help,
Uh-huh.
but things don't exactly go as planned.
Right. Like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah.
This isn't how this is supposed to go.
Right. What about my daughter?
Exactly.
You can feel that tension,
Oh, yeah.
the doubt creeping in.
And that's exactly what Furtick wants us to see.
Okay.
Those interruptions, those detours,
Yeah.
they're not off the path.
Right.
They are the path.
Oh, I like that.
They test our faith,
Yeah.
make us dig deeper,
Okay.
cling tighter to that belief that even when we don't understand,
Right.
God has a plan.
But how do we reconcile that with the pain,
Yeah.
the fear, the urgency that Jairus was feeling?
It's true.
It's easy to say trust the plan,
Right.
but when you're in the thick of it,
When you're in it,
it's
yeah.
a whole different story.
Furtick gets it.
Yeah.
He knows it's tough. He reminds us that faith isn't about ignoring reality
Okay.
or being overly optimistic.
Yeah.
It's about choosing to believe,
Yeah.
even when it's hard,
Uh,
that we're not alone.
Right.
That
Yeah.
there's something bigger guiding us.
Guiding us through the storm.
Exactly.
And sometimes
Yeah.
those interruptions
Mhm.
can lead to unexpected blessings.
That's true.
We forget about the woman who was healed
Oh, yeah.
on the way to Jairus' house.
Right.
That was a miracle.
It was.
But it also delayed things.
It did.
So it's like things don't always go according to our timeline.
Yep.
But that doesn't mean God isn't working,
Right.
that his plan isn't happening.
Exactly. And it's amazing how Furtick uses that seemingly small detail
Go.
to show the tension between control and surrender.
Right.
It's like he's saying, look, you may have a plan,
Uh-huh.
but God has a bigger picture.
Okay.
And sometimes things go differently.
It's a tough thing to accept, especially when you're dealing with something as serious as Jairus' situation.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get caught up in the why.
Totally. Why is this happening to me?
Why now?
Why me?
Right.
But Furtick wants us to shift our focus
Okay.
from the why to the what.
So instead of obsessing over the reasons,
Mm-hmm.
we should think about what we already have.
Yes,
It's powerful
it is.
to take stock of what we have.
Even when things are hard,
Yeah. Even when it feels like we've lost it all.
we still have what matters most.
Faith.
That's the foundation. That can't be shaken.
Right.
Even when everything else is falling apart.
Yeah, it's like we're peeling back those layers,
Yeah.
getting to the core of what really sustains us.
Right, and that shift
Yeah.
from why to what,
Uh-huh.
it's so important.
It is. It's so easy to get stuck in that why.
Totally, in that cycle of question.
But then when we just stop and think about what we already have,
Yeah.
even in the hard times,
It really changes everything.
it does. It's like that saying, gratitude turns what we have into enough.
It really is, and it's not about ignoring the challenges.
Right.
Or pretending that everything is fine. It's about choosing to see that light,
Yeah.
acknowledging the good,
Yeah.
even when things are dark.
And Furtick's reverse gratitude exercise
Oh, yeah.
is just so powerful for that.
That's a good one.
It's like he's saying, hey, look at all this good stuff.
Uh-huh.
Don't take it for granted.
Right.
It's a wake-up call
Yeah.
that even when it feels like we're losing everything,
Right.
we still have so much.
So much to be thankful for.
It's not just the big things,
You know,
like the material things or
Yeah.
accomplishments.
it's the simple things.
Yeah. Yeah.
A roof over your head.
Right.
Family and friends.
Uh-huh.
Breathing, walking.
Yeah.
Experiencing this beautiful world.
Yeah.
These are all gifts
They are.
pointing to that abundance
Yeah.
that's always there for us, no matter what.
It's about cultivating that mindset,
Yeah. That mindset of abundance.
even when surrounded by lack.
Yes. Training our brains
Yeah.
to look for the good.
The silver linings.
Exactly.
And we do that,
Yeah.
our whole perspective changes.
It really does. And again, it's
Yeah.
not about denying the struggles.
Right.
It's about choosing to believe that even when things are really dark,
Uh-huh.
there's still light.
Okay.
There's still hope.
Yeah. That can guide us through.
Yes.
You know, it makes me think about the end of Jairus' story.
Oh, yeah.
Despite the delay,
Uh-huh.
despite the fear,
The uncertainty.
Jesus still gets to his house.
He does?
And even when people are telling Jairus that his daughter has died,
Right.
Jesus says, don't be afraid. Just believe.
That's faith right there.
It is.
Holding on to belief,
Yeah.
even when everything's telling you the opposite.
Right, like trusting that even if we don't get it, God's got a plan,
He does.
and it's good.
It's a good plan.
And in the end,
Yeah,
Jesus heals his daughter.
he does. It's a reminder
It is.
that even when we think all hope is lost,
Yeah.
miracles are still possible.
And it's not just those big biblical miracles.
Not the everyday ones.
Right.
The little things.
Like that unexpected kindness from a stranger.
Yeah. Or the power of forgiveness.
Or finding that strength inside ourselves.
Yeah, when we thought we had nothing left.
That's faith in action, right?
It reminds us that we're not alone.
That we're guided.
That there's something bigger.
So as we're wrapping up this deep dive,
Yeah.
I feel like I've got this renewed sense of hope.
Me too.
A deeper understanding of what it really means to find faith in tough times.
It's not about avoiding hardship.
Right, or having all the answers.
It's about believing
Yeah.
that even in the chaos,
Uh-huh.
there's a purpose.
Okay.
That there's a plan, even when we can't see it.
And it's not about having all the answers or avoiding the hard things.
It's about believing that there's a reason for it all.
It's about that unshakable belief
Yes.
that even in the middle of chaos, there's a purpose,
Yeah.
a plan unfolding.
Even when we can't see it.
And that's just so powerful
It is.
to carry with us through life.
Through those Jairus moments
Yeah.
that challenge our faith,
Right.
push us to our limits.
Thank you for sharing this with us.
You're welcome.
It's given us all a lot to think about
Yeah, to reflect on
and to hold on to
as we go through life.
on our own faith journey.
Yeah, if I could leave you with one last thought.
Okay.
If everything you had was gone,
Uh-huh.
what would you have left?
Okay.
And would it be enough?
Wow, that's a powerful question.
It is.
As you're reflecting on that,
Yeah.
remember to hold on to hope.
Even in the dark times,
Right, and never forget how strong faith can be.
it can change everything.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
See you next time.